Hello friends. So let us talk about second chapter, design software process. So design and software are two different things. That is, one we design it, and how this compared with the software. So the first topic that we're going to cover is the mistakes performed while designing a computer system. Actually, what happens is designing a computer system or designing an interactive system, some issues or some flaws we face. And what are those? See, the intuitions of designer or anyone else, no matter how good or bad they may be at, what they do is error prone. So this I can give an example, like when I cook a dish. So I cook my son's favorite dish, and suppose if I'm mastering that cooking and I cook as what he liked, but one day he didn't like it. So whatever we are good at, we are prone to make errors. One, and it much too shallow a foundation on which the base design decisions. So design decisions are based on your requirements, and this happens to be a change. So the designer gets confused, like what we'll have to do right now. Should we do or should we not? So in that confusion, what has to create it is left aside. Then, specialized knowledge lulls no one in a false sense of security. Since you have a specialized degree, if you have a expertise in your field, so no one can challenge you, no one can beat you in that. But still, it bound to fall insecure. So, like there is some several contributing factors. Too much flexibility. If your system has too much flexible issues, then jargons, use of jargons, non-obvious design, the design which is not even required, still you have put into the use, so that it could be of no use, no obvious design. Then disparity in problem solving strategies. The requirement which the user has given to you, it's according to the customer has to be built, but it's built something else. So it's like design inconsistency, like it did not, the later product did not appear as what it was expected. And so responses to the poor design. So you have like error and other problem that led to a variety of psychological and physical user responses. So you have in your psychological, you have a confusion, like meaningful patterns are not difficult to ascertain. The conceptual model or underlying framework cannot be understood. Annoyance because inconsistency in the design or slow computer reaction or poor interactive with the systems led to annoyed, annoyed or irritation. Then you have frustrations. So frustration is like an overburdens of annoyances. It's like irritation, cause of irritation leads to frustration. So it's like inability of the designer work or poor interaction system or poor performance of the system. So frustration gets increased and it has to be come out. So in other way, it comes out on your design. So it inflexible and unforgiving system. Then you have panic or stress. So sometimes when seeing the design, when working on the system, if if there is a slow conditions or slow output, the person who is using it, the user especially, gets panic or stress. Oh, why the output is not coming? What's wrong with that? So it's over complex systems and procedure, unexpected long delay during the time of CV. That's what I explained. Then boredom. Now, when a person's conceptual and cognitive abilities are understood and accordingly the system is built, but it is only one person, no. Sometimes it becomes pathetic because other person's skills are not even applied to it. Other person find it difficult to use it because he or she is not used to with the system or cannot interact with the system because of language barrier or understanding issue and so on. So it leads to a boredom. Then you have physical abandonment of the system. So it's like the system is rejected and other information sources are relied on. So this sources must of course be available and user must have a depletion to perform the rejection. Then partial use of the system. Now only on the portion of the system capabilities are used, and usually those operations that are easiest to perform or that provide most benefits. Then you have indirect use of the system, and intermediary is placed between would-be user and the computer. So again, it's required like how your system going to be assessed. Then you have modifications of the task. So the task is changed too much the capabilities of the system. So this relevant action when the tools are rigid and the problem is unstructured. Then you have compensatory activity. Now, what happens is a common example is of manual reformation of system to match the structure required by the computer. Then misuse of the system. Sometimes the rules are meant to be broken. This we all know, but this happens. We never break the rules. Are we? No. We are a responsible one. Correct. So this requires significant knowledge of the system and may affect the integrity. And direct programming is the system is reprogrammed by its user to meet the specific needs because the customer is according to the customer. So first thing is know your customer, and this is typically response to the sophisticated worker. So your physical responses greatly diminish your user efficiency and effectiveness. So this was about your mistakes performed. What happens when we makes an interactive design for the system. So always remember, know your customer and know your requirement first. So next time we'll see with the another topic. Till then, bye.